Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's edition of Boredom Busters with Lincoln Children's Museum. Today is Wednesday, May 6th, and today we are starting our theme of transportation. So today we are going to think about some of those modes of transportation that we see most often. Cars and trucks, and also heavy vehicles. Now, when you need to drive across town or go to another city or state, you probably hop in your car or truck and drive there. There are also other ways to get to places. You can take a bus or a train or an airplane. Those are all for getting from one place to another. But there's also vehicles that are used for specific jobs, like at a construction site, where you might see a bulldozer or other big items like that. Now, those are not vehicles that you use to get from one place to another. Those are vehicles that do a job that would be very difficult to do by hand. So today, I have a couple of video recommendations. So here is one. It is called How Cars Are Made. Because usually we don't think about how they're made. We just think about the fact that we need to keep them clean and working so you can get to school or work or to visit relatives. But this video talks about how they are made. Now I have a second video recommendation today, and it is called Excavators. Now this is a video about some of those big heavy vehicles used at construction sites. Now there are a lot of construction sites right now, so if you have a car, maybe you and your family could go for a little drive, stay socially distant in your own car, and find some of those construction sites and see what kinds of vehicles the workers are using. Now, I have a book recommendation today as well. It is a fun little story called Good Night, Construction Site. It's a good bedtime story or right before a nap. And it is by Sherry Dusky Rinker. So that one is linked. Go ahead and give that a listen. And our song recommendation today is called Strong Heavy Vehicles. It's a fun little tune about those strong, heavy vehicles. Now, for our printable today, and this is one you can easily do on your screen, we're going to help Kazoo sort these vehicles. So there's a car garage, a truck wash, and a machinery storage building. So help Kazoo figure out which of these items, which of these vehicles go where. Does this one go to the car garage, the truck wash, or the machinery storage? Now today I have two activities for us to do together. The first one is a lot of fun. It's painting, but instead of using a paintbrush, you're going to use the wheels of some of your toy cars and trucks. Now, I like doing this on a nice big piece of paper. Luckily, we have that here at the museum. We usually have it up in the Tinker Theater in the art studio over there, so you can all color on it when you get here on the easels. Now, I just cut off a piece here. Now, you can do this with a paint palette, but I actually think it's more fun to just squirt some paint right on the paper. Now, I'm going to do yellow and blue and pink as my three colors right now. And I'm choosing these ones because pink is a little bit different from red, but mostly these are our primary colors. So as you drive your car across the paint, what colors does it make as it drives through and mixes the colors? So pink plus yellow, what color is that making in the middle? Looks like orange to me. And then let's try this one, and we'll go through the blue and the pink. And now this one is making a much smoother track. And what color is that making in the middle where it's running over each other? It's making purple. Let's see. I'm going to choose this airplane. It has these tiny little wheels on it. And with this one, I'm going to go ahead and go through the blue and the yellow and see what color that makes. And just for some more fun, I liked the wheels on this one here. So roll your cars across and check out the different tracks that they make and also the colors that happen when you mix those paints together. And when you're done, don't forget to give these cars a nice bath. Maybe plug up your bathroom sink, get some suds going in there, and wash those trucks off. Now, our other activity today is making a rubber band car. We have a great resource here from PBS Kids, and you can follow this exactly or make some modifications. Now, CDs, you might not have CDs, but if you do, you're also going to need some clay or some putty. Now, I made one here, and for this one, I just traced around a mug and cut it out of cardboard. And then I glued with hot glue to the axle there. Now, here is what you need. You need a square of cardboard. They suggest a 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch square. It doesn't really matter. You can experiment with different sizes of cardboard. It is important that it's corrugated cardboard though. Just like yesterday, we need to have that cardboard that is a sandwich with the wrinkled piece in the middle. The reason for that, our stick is going to need to slide through those wrinkles. Now, that is why on the instructions here, it says find the skinniest skewer possible. Really, it just needs to fit through the cardboard. But I'm sure that you could figure out a way. If your skewers are too big, maybe try cutting up a drinking straw and putting those on the bottom and threading your stick through that. Now, when we cut this, we need to make sure that that corrugation is going from side to side, and we need to cut a little notch out of it. So I'm just going to use some scissors and snip up the side there and there. It can be tricky to get this part across the middle though, without bending your cardboard. So I'm going to use a box knife and cut across. And now let's see. All right, I'm going to need to do another little slice over here to get all the way through that cardboard. There we go. Close that up and remove that piece of cardboard. So now you can test it. You should be able to get your stick through like this. Now this stick, when we're talking about cars and trucks, anything with wheels, including wagons and wheelbarrows, this is called the axle. So there's our axle. It's good, it fits. I might want to make it a little bit shorter. I'm just going to break it. I think that'll work just fine. There we go. Now our next step is to make our wheels. So on this one, like I said, I cut the circles out of cardboard. You can use old CDs or look around. Maybe you have some little plates from a birthday party or a picnic that you can use. Now in the instructions here, it says you're going to need some sticky tack, but I didn't have any sticky tack just laying around, so I decided to try using hot glue. So there you go. Poke that stick right through the center of the plate. And grown-up hands only, I'm going to use some hot glue here. Get that right around the axle. Because really all you need to do is have that wheel held tightly in place on the axle. So whether you're using cardboard or plates or maybe even some lids, whatever you have that works. You know, and I actually would like to try making one with smaller wheels and see how that goes. Maybe some lids from milk or juice would work. Letting this cool down before I get the other one on. It can take a minute, so have to be patient because you do want them to be nice and straight. Looks like these wheels are much larger than the wheels of my first one. And you do want to get that right in the middle. It can be tricky, but you want the axle to go right through the middle of your wheel. There we go. I am getting impatient with this glue. I want it to cool down faster. Maybe I'll just show you with my other one. You can definitely decorate your cars. As you may have noticed, my other one I painted pink and blue and purple, and I even put some glitter on it just for extra fun. However you want to decorate it is just fine. Now, once we get these wheels nice and steady on here, let's see, I'll hold that up. Now you want to make sure you do not get glue between the axle and the body of your car, because the axle needs to spin. Now that spins through the car. If the axle isn't having a smooth spin, your wheels are not going to turn. So you can test this out with so many different sizes of wheels, make a different car for each size of wheel, and you can also test it out with a different size of rubber band. So I noticed with some of these rubber bands, this one is skinny, and this one is, and they stretch differently. This one stretches pretty nicely, but this one gets very, very stretchy. And this is how we're going to power our cars. Now, the cars that we drive in every day are powered by engines. And those engines might be powered by gasoline or electricity, but this one, we're going to use a rubber band. Now, in the middle of your axle, it helps to make tape or some paper, something to help you wrap your rubber band around. So there it is, just a little notch on there, and then spin your axle. And what's happening to that rubber band? It's getting tighter and tighter. Now what you're doing here is storing potential energy. I can feel it under my fingers. That rubber is stretching and holding that energy. It's potentially there. Now let's see. There it goes. Better on a tile floor. But all I have here is a carpet. So test it out. Different wheel sizes, different rubber band strengths. Paint it, make it beautiful. Have fun with it. You know, you could probably even paint it using the wheels of your cars. And let us know in the comments, how did it go? How far could you get it to go? Maybe if you have siblings or cousins that live with you, maybe even you and your parents, you could make a race and see whose goes the farthest, the fastest. So thank you everybody for joining me today to learn about cars, trucks, and heavy vehicles. I hope you have all been enjoying the Read Aloud Lincoln story times every day with your favorite librarians, and sometimes even their pets are in the videos. And I hope to see you all tomorrow at 10:30 for another day of vehicle education. I do actually have a couple of jokes for you today. Let's see. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cargo.
Cargo who?
Cargo beep beep. That one was my favorite when I was little. And then the other joke is, what do you call a vehicle that has 4 wheels and flies?
I don't know, what?
A garbage truck. Have a nice day, everybody. See you tomorrow morning at 10:30.